There we go. Mamma mia. It's working. Okay, Uncle Clip. Okay, excellent. Alrighty, welcome everybody to today's stream. Smithers has entered the realm of the console today, and we are here streaming this 30 vs 30 match between SUDT and DEC. DEC is Spain, I believe. SUDT, I'm assuming, is out of the Americas, but they can correct me if I'm wrong after the game. But we are on SMDM today, and the layout looks to be Pierre's farm, Rue de la Guerre, and Hamlet. So once again, I am so curious how the console side of things differs versus the PC side of things. And so we're about to find out. With a minute and 30 left before wall, minute 35 left before wall drop here. Let me go ahead and get the official clock ready, shall I? All right, there we go. Perfect. Okay, yeah, so we are on Pierre's Farm. Once again, I'm your host today, Smithers. I play for Helios, a competitive team on the PC side of things. And I've been in the competitive scene now for about 2.5, 3 years. And so I hope to bring my competitive knowledge to today's stream to offer you some cool insights about what's going on, what the teams may be thinking about, and hopefully be able to provide some cool highlights and along with some funny little clips maybe that we can come over the course of today. So, if you have any questions about what's happening on during the game, I know there's a 30-minute delay today, but we'll try to get to your questions if they pop up in chat. Yeah, all right. So today we have Pierre's Farm as the loadout. Once again, 30 versus 30, so we're not going to see too much spread, I don't think, throughout the map. But classical Gary spot up here in the top right, so Commander's dropping supplies over there. Then we should see a Gary somewhere up here in the front line. Yep, right behind that building, I think, right there. And then maybe another Gary over here, right north of AA Network. So at Pierre's Farm, you want to control AA Network just because of the flanking ability that you have to wrap north and come around and get behind Pierre's Farm. So we'll see how they approach this today. Pierre's Farm heavily favored for the Allies to cap first. So we'll see how the Axis fare. So let's see what happens today, everybody. All right, let's see how my PS5 controller skills work out right now. So it looks like we have one supply truck coming to the left. We have the main tanks coming. Oh, man, that's a zoom right there. Okay, so we have the main medium coming down the middle of the road. Okay, and we have 2 trucks on the flanks. Doesn't look like they utilize the Greyhound or the Stewie off of the opening. So it looks like it's just one tank crew for the Allies off of the opening. I know it can be hard sometimes to find some tankers. I know. Let's see how these teams approach. Okay, so we have the Pizza Slice over here. We're getting a Gary up north of Pizza Slice. So this is Pizza Slice right here, everybody. Okay, then we'll have a Gary up to the north here in a second as well. Commander putting down the Gary to the west. Let's see how this pans out. I don't know if any side has the truck snipes. It is a classic spot to snipe the truck if they try to go through the church route from the Axis side. But on console, they may do things a little bit differently. Truck coming over here. Okay, so once again, Allies are favored to cap, so we should see the Allies cap here first. But we'll see how the Axis approach it in case they get a lucky break. Flare goes up for the Allies. It's going to show not really anybody here except for that one truck. See how the Axis are approaching this. Luke's coming over here to our left. Panzer IV streaming up the middle here. First artillery round comes in. Okay, Allies are controlling a lot on the far left-hand flank, not much in the strong cap, unless they were wiped out by artillery. Okay, so the Allies are going to send, the commander's going to run this supply truck maybe over to the 4th point. Or no, he's going to drop a box at A network, so he's going to look to get a Gary over there once the cap is finished. That was transport truck that went down. Okay, so the medium trying to get a bead on the Panzer IV. Panzer IV is backing up behind the Belgian gate, trying to get behind the head shard here. Medium gets one shot in. Panzer IV is going to need to sneak up to get behind that Belgian gate. Oh, and the Panzer IV goes down right off the rip. And that's going to allow the Allied medium to steamroll right on through here with real no opposition, unless the AT from the German side has a decent amount of good rocket players. Remember, the AT from the German side of Panzerschreck can pin the front of the Sherman, but the bazooka cannot pin the front of the P4. And there we go with the first cap, everybody. SUDT takes the first one right off the rip. Alrighty, so after post-cap situation, looks like we got 3 Garys up to the north. So for it looks like they're going to look to get a Gary over here, south of Pizza Slice probably, and then one on Pierre's hard cap, probably behind the building right there. And then towards the west-hand side, they'll look to get one probably towards AA Network. But it is a 30 versus 30, remember, so they're going to be a little strapped on bodies and swap into supplies, all that kind of good stuff, right? But what I would like to see maybe is just some utilization of the Stewie and the Greyhound tanks. If the medium, since the medium won the opening advantage, could be taking a huge advantage of those right now. Artillery round goes off, wipes them out on the hedge right there. But first, SUDT will look to push beyond these hedges right here. Push beyond the building and wipe out the last presence here south of the point. The Axis putting the truck up there to the prop on and to get up on the building, especially for those MG players. Post-cap situation, though, looks really solid for SUDT. Really, really solid, great line. Medium's pushing up now, so the medium will push up, try to get a nice little cushy spot behind, somewhere behind the infantry up here. Okay, let's look at the overall view, shall we? Line looks pretty straight for the Axis. We'll just need to figure out, just bide their time, figure out where they want to push. Might see an MG up here in Warner Bros. Sometime soon here to get some coverage and prevent the Allies from pushing these hedgerows right here. Remember, an MG in these key spots like Warner Bros. And this, by Warner Bros, I mean this building right here. Nice little water tower. The MG can see so much from right here and really lock down these hedgerows. So we'll look to see if the Axis gets a nice MG up in that building. DC Sparta coming around the corner right here. Land Warrior gets one bazooka in the back. Once again, I'm getting used to these console controls, guys. Sorry. Okay, it's okay. Gets one rocket in the back, kills himself, but that's okay. He engined the Lukes while he was at it. So the Luke's crew will need to get out and repair there. Let's look at the map situation now. Looks like we got some slow moving upline. DEC getting pushed back slowly, it seems. They still have presence in a few areas. No fourth cap pressure yet from SUDT. Luke's gets one shot in, I believe, from the medium. All right, and the Luke's goes down, so that will clear the immediate threat of armor. I don't think I saw Puma at all. So we have one medium back here. And I think that's just going to be it for right now. Just one medium up on the board. Yeah, just one medium. No heavy spawn yet. Should see a heavy spawn momentarily. Okay, really good map control from SUDT though. Pushing him out of the point. We'll probably look to see some frontline engagements at SMDM where things can get dicey. Sammy Shrugs going up against Malago. Just so close beyond the hedge, and Sammy Shrugs takes him down. Drax pushing up here, may have seen Sammy Shrugs. And there's our first Tiger, I believe that'll be coming up. Yep, first Tiger coming up on the board. So the first Tiger will look to basically smash that first medium and get it out of the way. And allow the infantry to push up with ease, hopefully. But it looks like SUDT is getting some possibly front door pressure here momentarily. Able squad pushing up to the front door. So we have touch of X Death here. Probably looked to get an OP down and then ask a support player to come in. Supplies dropping over there to the west. Solid front door presence though. No 76 spawned yet for the Allies. So Touch of X Death is heading over here to the supplies. He'll get a Gary down here in just a second. So I'll give him a solid front door Gary. Just got a few skeleton crew back on defense. Actually, no, I mean, they do have a few bodies back here, actually. So they should be able to stymie any real push for the moment. It all depends on how much the Allies are going to commit to that Gary over there. Right now, I think they can commit a lot. Maybe. We do have an Axis SL back here, though. Ragna moving back here behind Pierre's farm. And there's nothing really there to spot him as far as radar goes. So he could have an opportunity to get a backline OP play, maybe even a Gary play back here. Remember, Gary's locked within 100 meters, and I think he has that distance. It all depends on how... Oh, we have an Angry Cheesecake coming here. Angry Cheesecake. Angry Cheesecake. Angelo takes him down. Now, it'll come down to the communication side from the Allies. As far as what Angry Cheesecake communicates to his buddies, saying what he got shot from and where, and how many he expects back there. Ragna is waiting. Bombing run goes through Pierre's farm from the Axis. And oh my gosh, the medium took down the Tiger. Oh, wow. Nice play by the Allied armor crew, taking down the Tiger, getting into the back line and wiping him out. Mamma mia, I did not expect that. Holy smokes. Alrighty, so the Allies with a massive armor advantage right off of the opening, taking down first the Panzer IV, and then the medium takes down the Tiger, and that'll allow the commander to have a lot of extra fuel to play around with. And this sort of reminds me of the skirmish mode from the PCI, from the tournament, where in the 30 versus 30, 35 versus 35, you have a lot of extra munitions and fuel as a commander. So what you often see is a bunch of half-tracks being spawned, there's backup spawn points and attacking spawn points. So I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see some half-tracks spawned here today for that push-up here. Okay, so on the left-hand side, we just have a few bodies here from Able Company. Or Able Squad moving over here to the left. Okay. It looks like the ring around Pierre's farm's pretty good. Let's go see if El Ragna is back there, though. He is. El Ragna is back there. He's right near the hard cap for... El Ragna is waiting. He's biding his time here. The Gary on point hasn't pinged, so the Allies should have no idea he's here. Very interesting. I wonder how El Ragna is going to play this. He did get his OP down. A couple spawns do come in, but we have Bravo 7579. He picks down one. He's going to need to guard that OP. OP's right there against the wall. El Ragna tries to take down Bravo. It's a very key engagement right now. A couple more spawns come in. Bravo. Oh. Bravo's going up against three potentially. Bravo. What is going on here? Bravo takes down the OP. Oh my gosh. Mamma mia. Mamma mia. Bravo dodges a bunch of rounds like a 1920s shooter film and takes down the OP. Big play right there. Squad lead is still alive, but he's going to have his OP on a timer. Interesting. Okay, so with that, frontline push is going on with the medium still. Gonna have to see how that develops. I don't know if the squad lead got his OP back up. I don't think he did. So that's going to be the end of this little push here. I think they're just going to wipe him out. Not much issue. We'll keep an eye on the cap progress, though, just in case. Let's go back to the ally. Oh, gosh. Sorry, everybody. Still getting used to the joysticks. Still getting used to joysticks. Okay, allied medium in the open field right here. Axis need some rocket guys to come in. Remember that Panzer Strike can't pin the front of the medium, so we need just more activity from AT rockets from the Axis side. Trust me, guys, it is a struggle from the PC side as well. Getting people to play level 1 class AT for the Axis with the Kar 98. But that's what we need right now. Or an AT gun up there on the flank would also be key. We do have one AT player, Johan, back there is right there. But a Tiger could come up and clap this guy. Just have to figure out where the Tiger might be. Where might be the Axis armor? Unsure at the moment. Okay, there we go. There's a P4 that's moving up to the front line. So we have one tank here to engage that medium who's been dominating the area for the moment. They have two OPs now from the ally side. One to the northeast, one to the northwest of the hamlet. So in theory, we could have 12 bodies here from the allies pretty quickly. Okay, but the Axis defense is doing a pretty good job of holding them off for the moment. Okay, so let's zoom over to hamlet and see if those Axis infantry got wiped out. Yes, they did. Okay. So there we go. The Axis infantry that were back here before got wiped out. So they're no more. Now we'll get to see what kind of flanks the Axis will have for the rest of the game. A couple explosions. I think those are the truck timers going off. Ragnar is going to try to come back as SL. So it looks like the Axis have a spawn point in the gardens over here. So this area known as the gardens. And so they probably have a Geary right there on the border. And so they're just going to keep flooding or leaking SLs over here to the east and probably trying to get something in this row right here to get behind the allies. Okay. Let's go back up to the front line and see what we got developing here. Pretty even layout. I mean, we have a large separation between the two sides. Nobody's crossing the open field of death. So we got some, it's basically a defensive posture now. DEC with a couple of bodies in the cemetery over here. We have Mr. Tuna Dra 22 moving over here. Don't think he'll pick up on him, but he's going to hear the shots, though. TXFIO comes around the corner. He should pick him off right away. Oh, Tuna! Tuna! Oh, Tuna gets taken down. Okay. Okay, enemy tank marked right up here. We have the Tiger pushing up. Where the LI medium did get taken out, I think. Yes, the LI medium did get taken out. Okay, so now we'll have a 76 that'll be rolling up here from the northeast. Come down here and see how skillful they are versus the Tiger down here. And then from an attacking standpoint, bombing run coming in. This looks like it's going to be going over, I'm going to say the Tiger, maybe? Bombing run coming through. It may have had a Geary back there as well. Bombing run's going to miss the Tiger, so I won't be able to track him. Fourth point started to get contested there for a second. famous Canadian endpoint. Decent spawn wave call back for DEC here. We got the recon OP assisting as well, so they're going to be able to pop flares around the point and just be able to provide constant recon for the allies. Surprised we didn't see that bombing run on Hamlet. But that's okay. Maybe the commander had other intel. Cap pressure could start to come in here. Point flickers just a little bit. Yeah, so it looks to be okay for the moment. Okay, progress looking okay. Heavy moving up slowly here. Keep an eye on this pressure on Pierre or on the Hamlet here. It's pretty close engagements. Sergeant Malarkey goes down to DC or to well. Overall, though, I would have to say that SUDT is getting some good pressure all around the point and forcing the Axis to be right in the center of it, so they're going to be able to concentrate their fire. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on that, everybody. Allied heavy tank, the 76 rolling up here to the northeast. Do they have much back here to fear? Is there any backline shenanigans going on? No, we have Ragna moving around still, trying to get behind Pierre's farm, but no luck so far. 76 is going to be right over here, pushing up slowly but surely. Oh no, 76 is pushed over here. Okay, so 76 will look to peek down the road first and see if there's any tigers down marked by the church. As down by the church is a very common spot when it comes to Pierre's farm being the midpoint. Cap pressure starts to come in on the Hamlet. It's looking pretty decent pressure back there. But to see if they do a full commit there on Hamlet's. Pierre's farm is pretty secure. Go see where this tiger is. Oh, tiger's right there. Will the tiger get the first shot on the 76? I think it did. Maybe. Tiger should have the first shot advantage here. We'll go zoom over to Hamlet here in a second. Oh, and the 76 gets taken down by Pierre's farm. But DEC is committing a decent amount for a 30 versus 32, capturing Pierre's when they're losing Hamlet. Look at that spawn wave for SUDT. It looks to be in their favor unless they lose a bunch of gunfights here. DEC is going to need a full callback. Bombing run comes in for the Axis. Ooh, this actually may save the point. Ooh, and it wipes them all out. Along with a few key kills there. And that may have saved the point for DEC. Okay, so we're 25 minutes in. If you're just joining me, I'm your host today, Smithers. I'm your host today, Smithers. I mainly cast for the PC side, but this is my first console side stream. And so I've been in the competitive Helios arena for about 3 years now. And I hope to provide some cool insights and commentary about what's going on for today's match here in this 30 vs 30 on SMDM between SUDT and DEC. So it looked like, and so far, sorry, we just seen one cap so far in today. So SUDT cap Pierre's farm off the opening. And ever since then, they're just slogging it back and forth. I'm trying to figure out where to spread these bodies, given how it's just 30 versus 30, everybody. So remember, as opposed to your classic 49 versus 49, every body counts as so much more. And your KD ratio counts as so much more too. Okay, so the Tiger has taken down the 76. New 76 is coming up. It's going to be a little while. Miras, though. Miras gets one rocket in the back. One rocket in the back of the Tiger. He's going to look to get a second one here. Could possibly engine it. Could possibly engine it. Oh, and the rocket ricks right off the back. Solid attempt there, though, Miras. Solid attempt there. Tiger will go smoking back to the point. Tank is marked. Okay, so overall, the point did look a little bit hairy for DEC, but it's looking okay now, especially after that bombing run. So we'll just have to see how this develops. Map situation, once again, looks really good for SUDT. Solid Gary positioning all around. Gary's going warm, though, in the northeast. Okay, I'll have to go check that out. DEC could have a nice little play going up there. We'll take a look. We'll take a look, see what DEC's got going on. Decent sized little group here. Heading up behind Pierre's farm, we have Ragna, who's playing the wide flank SL tonight. Doing his thing over there on the flank. For those new players out there who are wondering what would be a good common practice in a new game, I highly recommend if you see a Gary blink like right here, as just did, to just take a life real quick and spawn on it and scout around for a few seconds to see if you notice the enemy. Because if you could save the team Gary, you could save them a big position on the map. So just if you're wondering how it could be helpful to your team, go ahead and spawn on Gary that just lit up. You know, your team will be very thankful for you, especially if you kill somebody right by it. Ragna is sneaking around here. He has a big opportunity, could get a Gary up in this sweet spot over here, in this field, and see if it goes unlocked for just a minute. And DEC could flood the point. But let's see how Ragna plays this. He's getting a little bit too close to the point. Maybe he's trying to find a spot for an OP. Pressure comes in on fourth. Strafing run comes in. All right, we'll go back to Pierre's, or Hamlet, and see how everything's going on here. Agriati takes down a few. Agriati comes around the corner. Agriati. Throws his grenades, wipes out another one, and Agriati goes down. I believe he took down 3 with him before he got taken down himself. Okay, so Hamlet doesn't look too shabby, but DEC needs to maybe grab a Puma in the left spawn or something, or a Lux, and just do a quick run around the point and wipe these OPs. Tiger rolls up in defense of the Hamlet. So for those new teams starting out there, just go ahead and ask even a solo guy to grab a Puma or a Lux there. And all they need to do is just run around Hamlet and run along the hedges with the tank, and over here maybe, just all around the point, and see if they can wipe any OPs. Who cares if they goes down? If it goes down, it's a free tank anyway. So Tiger tank will move up in support of Hamlet. So Hamlet should be just okay. We have a push over here from SUDT coming down the hedgerow. Looks like DEC's on top of it. We have another Tiger over here holding down the hill. And those parkour cap, though. He is AT. Let's see what he's rocking. Is it bazooka or is it satchel loadout? He has the bazooka loadout, so he'll look to get 2 rockets in the back. But he does have Jorgio over here. Parkour Capt is going to come around the corner. Okay, here's the SCG. Oh, Parkour Capt gets taken down. So that Tiger will be able to maintain this flank here. Be able to hold down and allow more infantry to push up with ease. Just got to be careful of those precision strikes. Precision strike is active after 20 minutes. Agrietti in the point again. Agrietti goes down to Johan there with a Car 98 AT loadout from the Axis. Okay, so let's take a look at the map. We do have some Garys going down the back line for the Allies. 76 is pushed up to Pierre's farm. Let's do a quick flyby, shall we, for Pierre's farm and see what's going on there. Okay, so we do have some Axis pressure down here, but it looks like the Allies are on top of it. Allies are doing a good job of just maintaining front door, right? I know it can be boring sometimes, like, you know, you're just dying and dying and dying. But the key thing is you must maintain your line and just hold your position, as that's most likely part of the plan, right? Okay, so the Axis is going to gain a little bit of penetration here, maybe after a pizza slice. .58 minutes left on the clock. Bombzilla Latex over here, holding down the lane, wiping down 2 with the Thompson. Okay, so let's take a look at the back line for Pierre's farm. We have one sniper back here monitoring the situation, and then we have Zivotaz moving up here as well. Can we just get back into some elevation here? Zivotaz SL trying to move in the back line. Let's see here. So he's right below this Gary. SUDT is doing a good job of respawning on these backline Garys and cleaning them out. Hamlet pressure is coming in significantly. Let's go take a look. Oh, this one's going to be tight. I'm not too sure. It's just a few bodies. DEC just needs to win a few key gunfights here, and they should be okay. Okay, yeah, so they mowed down just enough there. Even Commander Harry's up here. Commander Harry in the building, defending his 4th point. Okay, so it looks like the Hamlet will be just fine. Okay, so map positioning. So DEC is going to continue to try to flank here and wrap around. So with 30 versus 30, it's tough, right? Because you need to just keep a few good shooters back on Hamlet and throw the rest of the team in there in the attack. And let's just see how the armor plays here, because I think the armor is trying to just play pretty passively for the moment. Armor. This Tiger has a nice little repair station right next to it. Okay, so we have one Tiger back up here. Then the other Tiger may have moved over to SMDM. Yep, it's marked over here from Baker Squad. Okay, so the Tiger has pushed up. It's pushing up towards Pizza Slice. Let's gain some elevation here, shall we? Pierre's farm starting to see a little bit of camp pressure. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the map real quick and see what we got for Allied armor. We do have the 76 crew pushing up here. This will be a very key tank engagement, because if the Tiger is able to win this, I think the Allies are just rolling into this game with one armor crew. Just going to put them at a slight disadvantage with SUDT, or with DEC with 2 armor crews. This Tiger's pushing up here. The 76 is right on the road to the northeast of your top left of your screen right here. They probably hear the shots of the Tiger. Tiger's going to come up slowly. Oh, and the Tiger takes the first shot. And the Tiger misses their shot. I believe the 76 should have a round here. And 76 hit just short. I don't know if the Tiger hit that one. I think they did. I think the 76 is smoking a little bit. 76 is going to load up here. Should be able to get this next shot in. Maybe not. Maybe it's not rendering in, or 76 is repositioning over to the east. Is also getting harassed by infantry, I think. Do have an AT player back there. Ghost is back there. Axis tank crew gets out to try to repair. See, this is where coordination with the commander could be so huge right now to call in a precision strike. Nothing marked on the map as far as precision strike coming in. But the allies are pouring over here. We do have infantry that'll be coming up here. Should be able to knock out the infantry. The tank crewman is on the wrong side of the tank right there. It's facing the open exposed side. He gets back in though. Porrito is over here. Porrito gets back in the tank. Rocket comes in. Drax is going to be there to protect it maybe. Drax is going to need some key frags, but Drax goes down to Tony. Tony takes him down. And we have Agretti over here getting the satchel on. Agretti trying to get the satchel on. Trying to get the wham bam shabamo. Oh, and Agretti gets ran over by the Tiger. Okay, so the Tiger will back up now, but we do have Tony coming back here, but he is only support. He's only support. Let's take a look at the map positioning. It looks like the hamlet has been cleared of allies, so kudos to DEC for taking them all down. If you're just joining me, I'm your host today, Smithers. I play for Helios, a PC competitive team. I've been in a competitive scene for 3 years now, hoping to offer you some cool insights in today's match. So far, we've just seen one cap. SUDT capped Hamlet off of the opening. Capped Pierre's farm off the opening, sorry. Agretti is coming up here. 2 SLs and another support player. Agretti is going to try to come around the side of the hedge here. Rocket Ricks off of the Tiger. Ascendant Evils. Agretti is trying to go across the side. Tiger may have spotted him though. Agretti's gonna make a run for it. He's gonna make a run for it. Can he get it? Can he get it? He's coming around the side. He's coming around the side. Oh, Agretti. Agretti, the splash round misses him. He doesn't. Oh, he gets the satchel on. Agretti with the satchel. Oh, and Agretti gets mowed down. But will the Tiger tank crew know that there's a satchel on? Agretti could get the first wham bam shabamo from the console series of Smithers. Look at that. Look at that. The Tiger crew does not know, and Hamlet's starting to get 4th point pressure. The Tiger crew does not know they're backing up. They're backing up to their death. Tiger takes one shot from the 76, and the Tiger crew goes down. Agretti with the first wham bam shabamo from the console side for SmithersCast. Nice job there, buddy. Alrighty, so with that, the Tiger crew will eliminate the Axis push here from the south side of the point. So we'll go take a look at the north side. Once again, I apologize for the elevation. Getting used to the console triggers here. So I just have to get used to the elevation and getting all this in here. As far as my muscle memory goes, we do have Ragna moving over here, coming into the back line. So he's going to go towards Pizza Slice right up here. But I feel like he's going to trip that Gary. And once again, for those new players, he's going to trip this Gary right here. And if you want to help your team out, just be sure that if this Gary goes warm like it's about to, Ragna should be tripping it here shortly. There it goes. Okay. So if the Gary goes warm like this, then be sure to spawn on it as quickly as you can to see if you could spot enemies like Ragna here and like our buddy did here. Bravo, I think this is. Bravo. Oh, nice trade there, buddy. It was worth it. You traded, and he's not able to wipe out the Gary. Very good. Okay, so just a little lesson for those new players out there. Okay, so the Axis bombing run coming in for the Axis here. Unsure where exactly. Bombing run coming over Pierre's, or the Hamlet. Through the back line. DEC able to maintain enough bodies in the hard cap where they could sort of offset the pressure around the point. But that puts them at a disadvantage because all it takes is for SUDT to win a few key gunfights here. Tiger tanks pushing up here. No AT in sight. We do have trick shot beasts. Tiger tank is not damaged, so it'll take more than 2 rockets. Oh, rocket comes into the side from trick shot, hits just short. Bombing run coming in. This will be from the Allies over the Hamlet. Bombing run coming in. Let's see how this lands here. It's going to go right to the middle of the point. The beautiful bombing runs of Hell Let Loose. Cap pressure comes in on Hamlet infantry. Push up right after the bombing run. As is tradition. To push up right after the chaos through the point when comms are kind of crazy. The sound has shaken the player's ears a little bit. That's the time to push. And all the debris and dust and everywhere. At least temporarily. Rocket comes in. Long range rocket there. Almost pinned him actually. Oh, don't tell me. Okay, the Tiger's still up. Tiger's still up over here. Repair station to its right. Cap progress still coming in on Hamlet. This Tiger should be able to splash HE throughout the point. Trickshot Beast and Sergeant Malarkey may be salivating at the thought of that Tiger within their palm, within their grasp. Trickshot Beast moving up here. Cap progress still coming in on Hamlet. Rocket destroys the repair station. Trickshot will look to get 1 rocket in the buttocks of the Tiger. Trickshot lines up and just pinned right off the back. When you shoot that certain angle, I know it could be a pain. I know it ricks off when you think it should be a pin. Alrighty, so for the situation, this looks to be in favor of the Allies, but that Tiger rolling into the strong cap is probably going to offset a whole bunch here. The Tiger will need to remain in the circle, though. Tiger's driving. We do have a Tiger back here as well. We're going to need both Tigers in the circle if they're going to save this, I think. Cap progress, nothing on Pierre's farm. Reinforce was dropped. We do good. We have, who do we have here? We have Femderstoffer. Over here. He's going to put his satchel right on the turret. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, and he gets it in a beautiful spot. That's going to be almost impossible to dismantle in time. Nice job, Femderstoffer. Burrito gets out. Burrito is going to look up here. He's not going to see the satchel, and he's going to get mowed down. And Feedamore Stuffer is going to get a wham bam shabamo, I believe, at this point. Oh. Rocket goes into the Tiger, pins the track. Oh, and the Tiger goes down. Feedamore Stuffer with the wham bam shabamo on point here. Beautiful job there, buddy. Okay, so we'll get back to this here. Disregard the accent that I just did there. All right, so there we go. And SUDT takes the Hamlet. Going up 4-1 today with 45 minutes left to go, and the 5th point being the fields. So they got a little bit of a trek here. If you're just joining me, so far we see 2 caps so far today. SUDT took Pierre's farm right off of the opening. And then after about 45 minute slugfest, they were able to push down and take Hamlet with a few key anti-tank plays. So now we'll just have to see how DC adapts here. See if they're able to get in position to retake. Under 45 minutes left to go. Famous Canadian takes down Johan. Okay, so for the overall situation, though, let's take a look from the Axis side here. We have one little guy, not little guy, but we have a sniper back here. Vinticasa, pushing back here towards fields. He's going to harass them a little bit. Maybe wipe out a tank crewman or so. Remember the console side 2 does the one-person artillery gun that is protected. Cannot kill the artillery guy. So they're back here firing relentlessly. In the old days, there used to be 3 arty guns and a bunch of barricades around them, protect them from snipers and all that kind of stuff. Truly a horrific experience, because I was artillery once before too. And all those times just watching rockets fly towards me. Yeah, good old days. Alrighty, so let's take a look at the map real quick, shall we? So, SUDT doesn't need to worry about Pierre's farm much anymore. They'll probably just have a reserve Gary back there just in case. They'll look to probably dismantle 1 or 2 here in a moment and get some more Garys up around Hamlet to form a nice perimeter. A land warrior pushing through, wiping out a few in the wheat field here. But as always, there is always somebody who's hiding down the wheat field. And this time, it is Kaiki. Kaiki lying down. How will Kaiki approach this? Oh, land warrior. Oh. He was probably like, what the hell is that? Land warrior pushes on ahead. Disregards the person who tried to shoot his foot. Alrighty, let's take a look here, ladies and gentlemen. Looking good here. 76 pushing up. Once again, the Allies just have 1 tank crew. And I'm assuming the Axis have a lot of extra fuel. So they could potentially be at a permanent advantage getting 2 Tigers up versus the 176. But it doesn't look like they're... looks like they're going in favor of not doing that for the moment. But the Hamlet looks really solid for the Allies. The Axis are going to try to get something established here to east of the wheat field since front door is pretty much closed out. So they'll probably just look to keep a skeleton crew back on fields, maybe with the tank there, and try to get some flanking action here on Hamlet to recap. We do have 1 SL here, Navarro, pushing up here. Navarro. Ascendant Evils. The classic peak battle between these two. MG is set up. Navarro. They're afraid of the artillery. Ascendant Evils was waiting for him, though. Flare goes up. It's going to spot these guys in the back line. Under 41 minutes left to go, everybody. So DEC is committing more to the east side. So this open field right here is a great spot where teams usually try to reflank Hamlet from. Let's see what DEC's doing for their defense back here. Yep, they just have a minimal crew. They know that SUDT has a lot of ground to cover in order to get back here. So pretty much all they got to watch out for is just an airhead play and maybe keep an MG back on SMDM up here just to make sure that they don't try any flanking SL action. But the commander's back here just monitoring the strong point, making sure everything's okay. And so he's this is what it looks like when commander looks at his map right there. Look at that. The intense focus. Commander just looking at his map, and yeah, there we go. Oh, he gets to move a little bit. He'll move a little bit, and then he'll take out his map again. And that is the life of a commander in competitive Hell Loose right there. Just really zoning in and meditating and becoming one with the map screen. That's it, buddies. All right, under 40 minutes left to go, everybody. Let's take a look here. No real pressure on 5th point, as we could see looking at SUDT's map. So now it's going to come down to DEC to see how many bodies they throw in the point. And since the commander is in the field strong cap, he can kind of just shout out to everybody saying, hey, everybody on the attack, the strong point's at 1-0. When it's at 1-0, nobody's in your sector. And I'll call you back if I need to. Tiger tank pushing up, trying to get some cover for the infantry. Hamlet is not, there's not that many bodies on Hamlet. So we'll just have to see how DEC is able to play this. And whether the SUDT AT players can come up big here. Oh, and the big spawn wave white from the Tiger. Tiger is monitoring the Gary. Should have wiped the Gary, actually. Yeah, Gary goes down on point with the spawn wave. Tiger took a shot, I think, from the 76. 76 is up there to the top left of the screen, and the Tiger goes down to the 76. Big play there, buddy. That'll essentially stop the push. Okay. So DEC will have to reset there and wait for the other tank crews to come up to the front line. We do hear Luke's in the background splashing about. Let's take a look at the map, shall we? No real pressure on 4th point still. Love Squad may try to get a front door Gary right there. So they may try to get something up behind the buildings. They may calling in for support right now. So they could start flooding the point, essentially, maybe, and relieving some bodies from defense. One spawn wave left from DEC back here on point. Famous Canadian over here. Does he see him? Does he see him? And he takes him down. Alrighty. Hamlet looks really secure for SUDT. Looks like they're going to have no problem here starting to release bodies. Love Squad, once again, we should see a Gary go up from Love Squad any second. And that will allow SUDT to start flooding bodies towards the fields back there. The 5th point for the Axis. For Allied armor, the 76 is pushing down to the bottom left. Once again, the Allies are just running one tank crew for this 30 versus 30. The Axis are running 2. Just goes to show you how key coordination is. If you can take advantage of that. Luke's crew trying to repair back here. Luke's crew repairing. Once again, SUDT was strong pressure over Hamlet. So let's go take a look at the back line, see if they have anything to worry about back here. Okay, we do have a SL back here, along with Recon. So you have Tixifo back here. Once again, if you're in a squad lead in this position, you have an excellent chance to get a Gary up in the back line and potentially flood this point. So you have to think of your position and how you could benefit the team. Tixifo pushing up here, getting most likely going to get OP here shortly in the wheat fields. The danger about getting the OP in the wheat field is that it doesn't render for certain players from a certain distance. Tixifo is going to trip this OP here. Wipes the OP. Tixifo pushing up slowly. 35 minutes left on the clock. Ragna coming around the corner. 76 crew still down here, providing infantry support. Okay, overall situation for the Axis still looks really, it looks okay. Love Squad, waiting for Love Squad to maybe get a Gary up here to flood the fields. Just need a support player, but they may be trying to focus on other Garys at the moment. We have War Catalyst over here. Recon moving over to the flank, making sure everything's okay there. Take a look at the back line, shall we? We have Gamaliel and Monty 365 moving up here behind Pierce, or Hamlet. Keep getting these points confused. Ooh, Gamaliel gets taken down by one beautiful arty round. Pretty sure that was a friendly arty round too. At least I don't imagine a friendly arty will be falling there. Oh, we have a tank mark back here. Tiger tank crew trying to take out the 76, I think. Tiger tank crew. Oh, Rick from the 76. Off the turret of the Tiger. Tiger hits the hedge again. They're going to be struggling here if the 76 gets a shot in. 76 gets one shot in. I think that was turret, though. Tiger hits the hedge. Something's not rendering for them, I don't think. Perico tries to get out, but the Tiger tank gets taken down. And the 76 crew scores another big win here. Mamma mia, Allied armor seems to be dominating today. Especially with the opening play of taking out the Tiger with the medium. David 99 seeing his buddies go down right in front of him. Sees the horror of war. And wow, let loose. Okay, Spawn Wave comes back in for DEC in the back line. We do have a Luke's underneath us as well. See if it's a full man Luke's. It is a full man Luke's, so they could cause some havoc and cap pressure potentially in the back line. The Luke's is heading off west. The Luke's. Maybe they have different intel. Heading over to the flank here. Bombing run coming in from the Axis. Bombing run going through SMDM. Trying to clear out the infantry. 31 minutes left on the clock, everybody. Okay, so the map situation, yeah, okay. So SUDT is moving everything up to the front line now, so we should start to see pressure, significant pressure on the fields here momentarily. And just as I say that, field starts contesting real quickly here. Commander Harry has left the point. He is elsewhere at the moment. Who do we have on point here? We have Nacho. Nacho just on the point. Famous Canadian could take him down here and start the cap pressure, to be honest. Famous Canadian takes him down and cap pressure starts. It was just him pretty much. And what that's going to do, it's going to lock out the HQ from them being able to spawn back here. And I don't know if they have a Gary on the 5th point. We should see a spawn wave here, though. Spawn wave comes in from the north. So right around here, they must have something. Famous Canadian hiding out in the house. He's maximizing his cap pressure right now in the circle. Airhead being called in to the east. Spawn wave comes in. Okay, so there is a Gary. Okay, the Gary's right there. Satchel's on the Gary, though. Oh, Famous Canadian with a big satchel play. Takes it down on the point. That's a beautiful wham bam shabamo there, buddy. Nice heads up play to just slap a satchel on that Gary. And that'll wipe that out. Remember, even if it only lasts a second, that delays the next spawn wave by 40 seconds at least. So that's a big play by Famous Canadian right there. Now we'll have to see how if SUDT is able to take advantage of this. Airhead is being called in. I honestly didn't hear the plane. Airhead's landing right here. I don't know. Did anybody else hear the plane? I did not hear the plane. He's pairing it with a bombing run. Sorry, trying to... Yep, bombing run coming in. Airhead lands in the fields. Will they get to it? Bombing run's going to come in and cover it, I think. Wipes out an SL, wipes out another one. The airhead... Oh, Puma snags the airhead. Oh, for a second I thought it was going to be good to go. Okay, so as far as this goes, I mean, essentially, I won't count DEC out yet. Just because they could lure SUDT into their sector. Puma goes down to Trickshot Beast. Flare goes up from Constant. Gonna see the few bodies over to the east. So what essentially DEC could do is they could lure as much SUDT into their sector since it's an offset point. And see if they can hold off as long as possible. Maybe get SUDT to commit everybody to the attack and then do a flip spawn on the Hamlet from somewhere on the flank here and start capping. But the timing would have to be impeccable. And when teams are forced back in a corner like this, usually that's one method of getting out of it. We've seen it before. I think there was a German match one time, actually, between two German teams. Don't remember the names. I think it was maybe STDB and another one where they were down 1-4, and they had a flipperoonie from a cap zone, from a cap perspective, and they capped all the next 4 points in the next 10 minutes or so, something like that. So they had it all lined up, and they came back from 1-4 to win 5-0. Somebody must have a link to that game. I think it's on YouTube. But I think that is a record comeback for a timing and cap possession there. Also, XD, back when they were still around, they were down 1-4, I think, to LWFG maybe on Kharkov. But I think they were memeing. And they came back and won 5-0. Not nearly as fast, though. Not nearly as fast as the two German teams. All right. Field starts to flicker a little bit. There is no Gary here for SUDT, though. No launch Gary, so they're forced to rely on just OPs. Famous Canadian point. We saw Famous Canadian earlier with the big satchel play on point to knock out the Gary. And he is doing the heads up play again with another satchel on point and getting out of dodge. He's just letting DEC do what they need to do. And if they put down a Gary right there, he'll immediately get it. Good heads up plays there by Famous Canadian. So the map situation, let's take a look here. 76 for the Allies. Tank marked over here to the west. Panzer IV. Satchel goes off on point. Allied 76 up here to the north. '76 cruising along. Does have a few bodies watching him. But no AT. No AT. This would be probably easy pickings for any AT player out there right now. 76 is moving up along this slow little ravine. Be easy pickings for a good satchel player. Cap pressure starts to come in on the fields. But I think it's... don't know how serious it is. Recon flare goes up over the fields. It's just Monty on point. Rocket comes into the transport truck. Sergeant Malarkey getting some CE. No doubt to boost his stats. Remember, for every 100 CE you earn during a game, it's a $5,000 bonus. Okay. This is still the Panzer IV, I believe. Panzer IV still firing on point. Stuka coming in. Unsure where. Stuka falls to the east. Wipes out that guy. Wipes him out completely. Not sure if there was a Gary there, though. Maybe there was. So Cat Progress stalled on the fields. Once again, no blue zone Gary. SUDT desperately needs a blue zone Gary up here near church to be able to flood this point with ease and finish off this match. Alrighty, so this Panzer IV is holding down the point right here. This is a three-man Panzer IV on point. Miros is coming around though. Miros gets taken down by the P4. P4 is doing a good job of backing up its buttocks to the hedge. So for those new tankers out there, if you're worried about AT getting you from the back, just back your booty up to the hedge right there and just expose your sides and frontal armor, and you should be protected from bazookas if you're in the P4. Now, if you're in the Allied medium, they could still pin you from the front with the Panzer Shrek. So a little bit of tank knowledge for those new tankers out there playing this game. Oh, you can always back up your booty. Okay, 23 minutes left on your clock. If you're just joining me, everybody, I'm your host today, Smithers. I play on the PC side of things for the competitive team Helios, and I've been in the competitive scene for 3.5 years now, and today I am taking a dip into the console swimming pool of competitiveness. And today we are in this SMDM match between DEC and SUDT. So far we've seen 2 caps, both from SUDT. First taking Pierre's farm, and then moving down after about 45 minutes slug to take Hamlet. And here we are now with this fight for the fields. Rocket comes into the back. I believe it takes out another truck. Takes out the Puma. Okay, takes out the Puma. Once again, Toxic of Death earning that nice free CE. Not letting the Axis utilize those free tanks. We should see cap pressure here start momentarily, but this P4 is holding him up on the point. 76 crew probably will be pushing up here to take it out. Supplies dropping for the Axis. It looks pretty chaotic on point, not going to lie. That Panzer IV is the anchor right now in the middle of the point. Counting as 9 bodies. Panzer IV crew doing God's work on point. Blasting the Allied infantry out. Keeping their nice booty safe from any bazooka rounds. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let's go take a look at Hamlet, see if they... Ooh, we do have some pressure back here. We do have some pressure from the Axis. But it's just not enough yet. They're going to need to win some more gunfights here to start any progress. Allies doing a good job of not overcommitting to the attack and trying to snuff out the Axis from the back line. Cap pressure starts on Hamlet, but once again, there is no launch Gary here. No launch Gary for the Allies up here. We're looking for something to be in this area. And so we just have these 2 OPs back here. Bombing run coming in. So without a Gary, I don't see them capping that. Bombing run should be right in front of us, I think. The plane is flying, yep, right there. Oh, nope, it's totally not there. A little bit off. Axis bombing run coming in the back line. May have spotted a Gary, may have gotten a mark on a Gary back there. Wipes out a few in the back. Panzer IV holding down the point, not letting them get close. Although the 76 is pushing up. Oh, the 76 could deal the death blow to the point. Oh, the 76 is going to get him from the back. Oh, man. 76 pushing up here. 76 is going to have a field day with this. Oh, the 76 gets a shot in the back from somewhere. Unexpected shot on the 76, I think. Oh, 76 gets another shot. Panzer IV gets a side shot from the 76. 76. Oh, and the 76 goes down. That's huge. Oh, man. Who saved them? I wish I could zoom a little bit easier. Sorry, guys. Trying to find what knocked him out. Must have been a Tiger. There it is right here, I think. Mamma mia, where is this thing? Okay, it's over here to our left. Ah, there it is. Tiger Tank Crew saves the day. That 76 was about to pummel that P4. So bravo to the Axis Tank Crew making a little comeback here in the final 19 minutes. Alrighty, so that's going to even out the odds, I think. Now it's just going to be up to this P4 to clean up the point a bit, along with the Tiger Tank, and they should be just fine. They just have to find the Allied spawn points. But the Allies, I mean, they have 2,800 fuel, so they're totally fine on that. But it's going to delay them being able to... Oh, rocket comes into the back from Touch of Death. Touch of Death could sink it. Can he sink it from downtown? He may have already used his other rocket. Touch of Death. Does he have an angle? He's lining up. Touch of Death takes a shot. Oh, and it just misses. Oh, oh, it just misses. Okay, all right. Alrighty, so under 18 minutes left to go. The Panzer IV will go back and repair in the nice safety of its HQ. So now the Axis just have to mop up these spawn points back here. Tiger Tank takes the place of the P4 to help defend, while the P4 repairs. Big play, though, by the Tiger Tank earlier. Knocking out that 76 and saving the point for sure. That Panzer IV was the only thing really holding back all that swarm of infantry. Parkour captive here gets wiped. Toxic Touch of Death is over here, though. He's rocking the Grand loadout, so he's going to have the bazooka. He's going to try to get a couple rounds in the buttocks. Can he get 2 in the butt? 2 in the butt. He's going to go for 2 in the butt. Oh, he gets 1 in the butt. 1 in the butt from the Tiger. Touch of Death is going to come around the corner, try to get 2 in the buttocks. Touch of Death lights up, and he gets 2 in there. And the Tiger gets engined, and this is going to allow Famous Canadian to plop a satchel. Oh, Tank Crewman gets out. He runs the wrong way, though. Tank Crewman runs the wrong way. Oh. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the Tank Crewman ran over there for. Okay. Sorry about that. Tank is satcheled. Famous Canadian's going to get another beautiful wham bam shabam. Wipes out the Tank Crewman right there. And it's Josit is the only one in the tank. The satchel's about to go off. And Famous Canadian with a beautiful wham bam shabamo play on the Tiger Crew. Takes him down with 16 minutes left to go. I'm assuming the Axis have plenty of fuel, so it shouldn't be an issue replacing it, but still, the time lost right there. Panzer IV is going to push up and try to get back in position. Keep in mind that since they went to their HQ, they are rearmed as well, so they are loaded up with a full ammo stack. So to hold the point here. Well, let's go back to Hamlet and see if what's got going on back here. Oof, man, that was a twist and turn. All right, so we just have a few Axis bodies over here. They still need to get some type of launch Gary in the backline to really flood this. Rockets, I thought I just heard. But I don't see AT. 76 is right there. I don't see any rockets. Thought I heard one, though. Maybe not. Maybe not. Alrighty, so the Axis desperately need a Gary up here, and the Allies desperately need a front door Gary over here. So just need some Garys, and this game could change. It could flippity-flop in one way or another, and to the extreme, I feel, with the help of just a few Garys from either side, really. Texafo's coming up towards the 76. Won't be surprised if he puts down an OP right here. Saxophone maybe marking it for his team. Maybe get a precision strike on it. But I think they just used the Stuka on that one infantry guy to the east of the point. Okay. So once again, down to 2 OPs for the Allies around the point. Allies are still able to harass. A little bit of pressure here in Hamlet. A little bit of pressure. But they need a Gary. They desperately need a Gary. Move over here to the fields. See what this pressure looks like. Okay, so just moderate pressure. Once again, just moderate pressure. We do have the Puma moving up there, moving around. Under 14 minutes left to go. Puma cruising around. The beauty of the Puma is that it's so nimble, so light. You don't need to worry about shifting gears, so you could just pretty much run. Oh, we have a rocket. Oh, and it barely misses from touch of death. Oh, that was so close. That was so close. Touch of death may line up for another rocket, though. Let's see if he's able to sink this one. Touch of death is over there right by the wall. And touch of death takes it down. Beautiful shot there, buddy. Beautiful shot. Wipes out the Puma. Does not miss his second shot there. Make sure it counts. Okay, Able Squad up here on the border. Do they have support in their squad? Who do we have here? I'm trying to hover over this guy. It does. Okay, we do got support up here. They do have support. So they should be able to get down a front door Gary here momentarily. Just looking for that Gary. Under 13 minutes left to go. Explosion goes off near Hamlet, southwest. And that was a Luke's. Luke's goes down. Guessing to Angry Cheesecake. Alrighty, so the 76 will be pushing to the left side of the point here. We do have rogue infantry from the Axis in the back line, though. It says a 30 versus 30, so 5 bodies can count more than usually. And they usually might. Angelino moving over here to the left, TXTP. Open field pushes are so dangerous. He's trying to spin out of it. He's trying to dodge the bullets. He's trying to jump. Oh, and Angelino gets taken down. I've been there too, buddy. Trying to jump all around, trying to dodge them, but they eventually get you most of the time. You can just face plant right in the mud. Alrighty, so we do get the Gary up by SMDM for SUDT. So they'll be starting to flex more SLs probably towards the attack with 11 minutes left to go. See if they can close this out 5-0. '76 crew here trying to hold back the infantry. No AT players to worry about, but of course they don't know that always. Although if you are really skilled with the loadouts and you know which loadouts there are for the satchel players, you can pretty much not worry about 80% of the infantry attacking you, but you got to be able to pick off their uniforms pretty quickly because you only have seconds to really spot them out. So now the big thing I'm waiting for here is to see how much SUDT flexes from Hamlet to the attack. So now we have 3 OPs versus the usual 2. And now it looks like we're going to get a 4th SL down there. And I'm just surprised they haven't found any infantry to flex maybe to a 2nd tank crew this late in the game where you have tons of extra fuel. And you really don't need to take it too seriously. You could just use that flex tank crew as a distraction, right? But hey, every team has their own strategy, so I am not one to judge. Just offering ideas, buddy. That's all. That's all. Big ally spawn wave over here. Moving over here down the road to flex, attack the flank. P4 though we hear moving up. This P4 will have no AT to deal with for the moment. Tiger tank also on the defensive, so DEC putting back 2 tanks on the defense right now. So remember, that is 6 people out of a 30-person team in tanks right there. No AT player. We do have Sergeant Malarkey up there to the top left. So DEC should be fine on defense for the moment. I don't see them. They should be able to flex more bodies out. Still 3 OPs committed here. Now we have essentially 2 front door Garys over here to the east for SUDT, or for DEC. Commander Harry in the point. Let's take a look at Commander Harry. Doing some commander fragging, trying to get famous Canadian. Harry comes out, making sure Gary's okay. Famous Canadian goes down. Bombing run coming in. This will be an Axis bombing run. Let's see where this lands. Going over Pierce, or the Hamlet. Okay, gets about 3 kills, I think, off the bombing run. For a competitive scene, that's about average, how would I say? 3 kills about average. Although I've had bombing runs where I swear I was going to get maybe 10 kills. Yet I get none. It's truly a saddening scene it's truly a sad scene to see 300 munitions gone for no kills or no supplies, trucks destroyed, tanks destroyed, anything like that. Mainly just it's 300 munitions for a distraction. But that's okay. That's how the game goes sometimes. Oh, even the best commanders have those kind of bombing runs. 7.5 minutes left to go, everybody. SUDT may be okay with the 4-1. They may be okay. It looks like they're committing a whole bunch to defense back here. They're not working with a real skeleton crew. So they may be just fine with a 4-1. But we do have David over here. David 99 specifically. Oh, and he decides to give up on the 76 and use his satchel for something else. But we do have Peanut Butter. Peanut Butter takes him down. Okay. Plane goes above. Some supplies dropping in northwest. And there's 7 minutes left to go. So remember, it takes 2 minutes to cap each point, everybody. So the Axis would need to get pressure here within the next 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Not to be a spoiler, but that's what it comes down to. Let's look at the fields real quick, shall we? Oop, 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 oop. Axis still holding back 2 tanks here on the defense, here, making sure everything's okay. Allowing the infantry to try to make a play on Hamlet. Agrietti over here. Agrietti! Oh, goes down. Takes down one of them. Takes down Mulligan. Parkour Capped comes up here, gets a rocket in the back. No, rocket in the front of the P4. So it's gonna rick. Unless he hits the track. Unless he hits Parkour Capped. Tries to line up another rocket, maybe. Now it's okay to fire rockets at... Oop, 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 oop. Oop, 1 second. Tiger takes a shot from the 76 that's pushing up. Oh, and the Tiger gets taken down. Big play there by the 76 pushing up. May be able to help seal this 5-0 here. Sergeant Malarkey also pushing up, trying to get behind the P4. Oh, and Sergeant Malarkey gets taken down. So that P4 now is the main weight holding for the point. Touch of Death gets blasted. I think Touch of Death was actually playing AT, so it's good to see these players swapping out from AT to squad lead and squad lead back to AT. That's good to see. Nice. Shows the nice rotational versatility that they have on the team. Parkour Capped coming around the corner here. Now it's okay to fire rockets like I was saying before, especially in this situation where you know you're not going to be able to get an angle. But just try to fire at the P4 just to get him distracted and just to maybe make them think about making a second move, to let them know that there are rocket players out there. So just a little tip for you new players out there. Just don't die with your rockets. Just try to use them as much as you can. Oh, 76 pushes up, and he's going to get another shot on the P4 here. 76 pushes up, and... Oh, and a 76 takes down the Panzer IV, so that's the Tiger and the P4 go down in the past a minute and a half, I think. And then we'll need to see what they spawn back here at bottom HQ. Will SUDT go for the 5-0 now that both tanks are down? Of course, it's a team decision. There is no chat I could show right now. I don't think there's console chat. I don't think there is, but please correct me if I'm wrong. It doesn't make sense that there would be, I think, because given the keyboard issue. DC Harry calls down supplies in the back line for himself, I think. Maybe? Maybe not. Okay. So, okay, now cap pressure starts to come in on 5th. So now SUDT has the option of just flexing, telling everybody to flex towards the attack from that Gary and the OPs. Fill the OPs. 76 is pushing up towards point. A couple bodies from DC go down on point. Commander Harry is going to try to get in this building here. Just give a little bit of cap weight for the team. Takes down Famous Canadian. Oh, and Commander Harry gets blasted. Tiger tank coming out of middle, I'm assuming. Yep, Tiger tank. No, that's a P4. P4 coming up. Trying to get an angle shot on the 76. 76 is going to get tracked. I don't know if they got the full. Just a couple side shots. Hits the hedge. Cap progress still coming in. No full commit, though, from SUDT. Just the bodies on point they're committing. 76 backs up behind the hedge, is going to get that cover. Bombing run coming in for the Allies. And that could spell the end. Oh, and that's a nice bombing run to go right over the spawn point, I think. Runs to the bottom of it. And I think that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Tank crew is trying to move to the back line. I think that is the Puma. Puma's trying to do a last-minute ditch effort here. Puma gets annihilated by the 76. And that should be it, I think. Unless we get a few more bodies from DEC to hold it off, maybe. Oh, nope. Okay. Alrighty, everybody. That will be it for today's match here on SMDM. I think this was a lovely first match for the console side of things. Mamma mia. Let's go ahead and give props to... where is... Can I see him in time? Can I see him in time? Famous Canadian. Oh, no. How do I give commands in this thing? Oh, I didn't see the control by the time. Oh, well. But Famous Canadian, nice job today, buddy. I was going to give it to you. But as you can see here, I'm level 5, everybody, on the console side of things. So it's good to start off nice and fresh and young and like I never knew how to play this game. And look at that. Officer level 2. There we go. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. Once again, I'm your host, Smithers. I am coming from the PC side for the first time, and this was my first console match casting. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I hope to be doing many more in the future. And so this was a blast for me. Good to see how these players play and see what the differences are between PC and the console world. So yeah, looking forward to it, everybody. If you have any questions about what happened in today's match, go ahead and drop a comment. These videos will also be on my YouTube channel. So go and check them out there as well. But yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining me today, and I will see you next time. All right. Have a good one, everybody.